Hello, thanks for joining us. Welcome to this webinar on using the new education.atforall.com service brought to you by the Nebraska Assistive Technology Partnership Education Program. My name is Jerry Johnson, and I serve as the ATP Education Statewide Loan Pool Coordinator.
My name is Brian Wojcik, and I serve as the ATP Education Program Supervisor. Throughout this webinar, we're happy to answer questions. Please feel free to use the Q&A feature or use the Zoom chat feature to post your questions. We'll be happy to go ahead and answer them, but we'll likely answer them towards the end of the webinar.
Okay, let's get started. In this webinar, we will cover 5 specific areas. First, we will learn all about education.atforall.com and build our understanding of why this service exists and who can use it. Next, we will go through how to create an account on education.atforall.com. Then, we will learn how to search for assistive technology tools and systems on education.atforall.com and make a request to borrow from the loan pool. Next, we will develop our understanding of what is expected when borrowing and returning items to the loan pool safely. And finally, we will learn how the ATP Education Program can help IEP and IFSP team members provide quality assistive technology services to students receiving special education services. Let's learn a little bit about education.atforall.com. Education.atforall.com is a service provided by Assistive Technology Partnership, or ATP, Education Program. The ATP Education Program provides services across the state of Nebraska to IFSP and IEP team members working with children and students with disabilities, birth to 21, who are receiving special education services within school systems. All decisions related to assistive technology services and devices are made by the IFSP or IEP team. The vision of ATP Education Program is to ensure that individual children and students can be successful by creating systemic capacity that results in quality assistive technology services for every child or student who needs AT. Education.atforall.com lists assistive technology items and devices that are only available for members of an IFSP or IEP team to borrow in order to assess its use with children and students in the educational setting. IFSP and IEP team members may borrow up to 6 items at a time for a 60-day loan period. Education.atforall.com also has a sister site located at www.atforall.com. On www.atforall.com, you will find AT equipment that is available for loan to the general population of Nebraskans with disabilities and has different lending criteria, different equipment, and different policies than the education site. It may be easy to confuse the 2 sites at first, but if you are an educator in Nebraska and are looking for AT to use with students and children with disabilities, you will use education.atforall.com. The purpose of education.atforall.com is to provide Nebraska educational teams with assistive technology items and devices in order to assess the child or student's use of AT for documentation in the IFSP or IEP. Borrowers will have a 60-day loan period in which to trial AT devices with their students. Documentation may be used in the consideration of AT purchases by the school district. ATP Ed provides AT items for trial and evaluation purposes only. ATP Ed does not sell or rent items. If you would like to purchase an AT item for student use after trialing it through the ATP Ed loan program, you will need to follow your school district's protocol for purchasing AT equipment for special education students. Any educational member on a child's IFSP or student's IEP team, including contracted therapists, can borrow items from education.at4all.com for use in assessing a student or child's AT use in the educational setting. The educational setting is determined by the IFSP or IEP team. For example, an early interventionist would be evaluating a child in the home setting, so the borrowed items may be taken to the child's home for evaluation purposes. However, the IFSP team member who requested the item is still responsible for the care, use, and supervision of borrowed items if they are left in the home setting. So now we can go through how to create an account. Everyone using education.at4all.com for the first time will be required to create a new account. This is true even if you have used www.at4all.com in the past. To create an education.at4all.com account, click on Login or Create Account in the upper left-hand corner of the home screen. This will take you to a screen where you will enter your contact information. Please use your professional contact information and not your personal information when creating an account. This address will be used for shipping requested items via UPS. Please enter a street address, as UPS will not ship to a PO box. This information will also be used for contacting borrowers if there are any questions or issues with the loan. Remember, if you would like to borrow AT items for personal use, you will need to visit www.at4all.com. You will still be able to access the general ATP website at www.at4all.com with your current credentials if you already have an account there. After entering the required info, you will be asked to agree with the account agreement terms. Please make sure to read and understand the terms prior to agreeing to them. Click on Create Account, and a verification email will be sent to the email address provided. Please click on the link in your email to activate your account. You are now ready to browse, search, and request AT items for loan. So we'll talk a little bit about how to search and request these items. If you know the name of the item you are searching for, you can enter a keyword or phrase into the search box at the top of the home page. Let's search for scissors. Suggested terms will automatically show up under the search box, and you can choose from one of those, or you can just push and enter when you're finished typing. All items with the word scissors in the name or description will be listed. After searching for scissors, we find that there are 22 items that are available from the ATP Education Loan Pool. If this is too many options, you can narrow your search by using the filters. You can narrow by general category, program, and transaction type. Only ATP Education statewide program items are listed for loan on education.at4all.com, so that will be the only choice available under the program option. You can also narrow by transaction type, and these are loan, wanted, sale, free, or demo. As of right now, the only transaction type available is the loan option. In the future, education.at4all.com may be used as a place for school districts to list ads for items wanted, or to create listings to sell unused AT items. To even further narrow the options, click on the Search by Website category. This will open a menu of equipment classifications to choose from. If you know the item number of the equipment, you can also enter that in the search box. If you are unsure of what piece of equipment you are needing, you may browse the general categories listed on the home page. Once you find an item you are interested in, you can put it directly into your cart by clicking on the Add to Cart button, or you can click on the item name or picture, and this will take you to the item page. The item page shows additional information about the equipment, transaction information, including whether the item is currently out on loan, contact information for the loan coordinator if you have any questions, and it also lists item activity. You can also add items to the cart from this page. Once you are finished searching and have filled your cart, you are ready to check out. Click on the cart icon in the top right-hand corner of the screen and click Checkout. You can also delete items from the cart at this point before checking out. There is a 6-item limit on loans. At checkout, you will be prompted to choose the primary purpose of the loan. There are 4 choices, and the first choice is to assist in decision-making, device trial, or evaluation, and this will be the most frequently used purpose of the loan pool. You can choose to serve as a loaner during device repair or while waiting for funding. Please keep in mind, if you choose this option, that the loan period is still 60 days. You can choose to provide an accommodation on a short-term basis. For example, students have borrowed stroller-type wheelchairs for short-term for use on class field trips. Or you can choose conduct training, self-education, or other professional development activity. If an item is currently out on loan, you can check the box at this point to be placed on the waiting list for that item. A comment box is available for any comments about the loan for the coordinator, or for you to provide a shipping address if it is different than the address listed on your account. This is particularly helpful for therapists and educators who serve children and students in more than one school building or district. You can indicate which school you would like an item shipped to. For home-based providers, please be aware that we do not ship directly to the parent's home. The item will be shipped to you, the service provider, to take to the home setting. Remember, as the borrower, you are responsible for the use, care, and supervision of AT in any setting. It is the IFSP or IEP team's decision on what setting is educationally beneficial for the child or student. After completing this information, click Continue. Please review the items and click Process Cart. You have just submitted your request for loan. You will receive a verification email and no further action is needed on your part. The items will be shipped via UPS to your account address unless otherwise indicated in the comment box. The loan coordinator will contact you only if there are questions about the loan. Once you submit the loan request, no follow-up is required and items will be shipped at their time of request. If a requested item is too large to be shipped via UPS, the loan coordinator will contact you to coordinate delivery of the item by a member of the ATP Education team. Borrowers will be limited to 6 items on loan at a time. Requested items are shipped by UPS directly to the school, ESU, or therapy clinic if contracted through the school. Every shipment will contain 3 pieces of paper: loan instructions, a loan agreement with survey, and a prepaid UPS return label. The instructions will prompt you to sign and fax or email the loan agreement to the loan coordinator immediately upon receipt of items. After faxing or emailing the signed loan agreement, please keep track of this agreement. It contains a survey at the bottom that will need to be completed and returned with the items at the end of the loan period. The information gathered by this survey is required by our funding source, so we appreciate you taking the time to fill it out. Please keep the UPS return label in a safe place as you will be using it to return the items. Please keep all packaging materials for use in returning the items. So now we'll talk about the process of returning an item. Items are loaned for a 60-day period. 7 days before the end of the loan, you will receive a reminder email that the items are due back.
It's 4 o'clock.
Please double check the loan agreement to make sure you are sending back all items on the loan. Please thoroughly clean items before returning and carefully pack them to prevent damage in transit. Complete the survey at the bottom of the loan agreement and return it with the borrowed items. Completion of the survey will assist with continued funding for the loan program. A prepaid UPS return label is included, so there is no cost to the school district to borrow items from education.atforall.com. Attach the prepaid return label and leave package with UPS. If a large item was delivered to you by the ATP Ed team, please contact the ATP Ed Loan Pool Coordinator to schedule a pickup time. And now Brian's going to let us know how the Nebraska Assistive Technology Partnership Education Program can help.
Thank you, Jerry. When we talk about the Assistive Technology Partnership, the Assistive Technology Partnership is a range of different programs that help individuals throughout their lifespan. The education program is one of the programs within the Assistive Technology Partnership. And in the education program, our focus is really about building capacity with those individuals who are working with children and students receiving special ed services directly. Services start with regard to assistive technology with the people working most directly with children and students receiving special education services. The focus of the Assistive Technology Partnership Education Program is to ensure individual child and student success by creating systemic capacity that results in quality AT services for every child who needs AT. That means that we work directly with those who are working with students and children who are receiving services to develop the knowledge and skills necessary so that quality assistive technology services can be provided to the children and students. Learning about some of the different services that the Assistive Technology Partnership Education Program provides is easy. Please visit us at atp.nebraska.gov/education. There you will find information about upcoming webinars and other training, as well as information related to different opportunities and services that the program offers. You can also view archived versions of the webinars, as well as archived versions of newsletters. To contact us, there are a number of different options. First, you can email us at atp.education@nebraska.gov or phone us at 877-713-402. 4002. Or if you visit us at our website, again, that website is atp.nebraska.gov/education, there is a web form that can be filled out to request services and support. Or if we are live, there is a live chat that is also available. All of these ways are different ways that you can get in touch with us in order to request services and support, which could include training, coaching, and a number of other services. We really thank you for joining us today and appreciate the opportunity to share education.atforall.com, which is a service within the Assistive Technology Partnership Education Program. We hope that you take advantage of our services, and please don't hesitate to reach out if we can be of additional support. Thank you, and have a great day. Thank you for watching this webinar. For more information on the ATP Education Program, please visit our website at atp.nebraska.gov or email us at atp.education@nebraska.gov.